after going out with my family for a meal,
Mm.
and my brother looks at me and goes, "Don't you think it's a bit cold? Aren't you gonna be cold and chilly? If you had a car, you wouldn't be cold." And I go, gay. And my dad, who's on my other shoulder, just struggles to hide and laugh. I thought it was brilliant. And my brother kind of gave me this look of, "You get one."
Like, well played, never again.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, yeah, puts on a helmet, like, winning.
No, I don't know. Just because, like, to be fair, the one thing when I look outwards that always looks the strangest to me is actually people that are in what would be a standard relationship. Because my mum hates relationships.
I'm not a fan.
And everything, you know what I mean? And the only relationships and like my granddad's a fucking shouting bollock at a lot of the time. Mm. So the only half decent relationship I've ever seen have just been my aunt and my mum's best friend, and they've both been gay. So it's like whenever it's like just a man and a woman together. Just sometimes I go, where's the issue in this? Just that's what in the back of my head just going, I wonder what issue they have to keep dealing with.
The sexuality is, are you nice people?
That's what I mean. no, it's what character flaws you have to overcome here.
Doesn't matter who you fuck, are you a twat? Like, if the answer's yes, then we're not going to get along. That's the only reason. But it was just Josh being Josh. He just laid out.
We kind of got off Josh there, didn't we? Just sort of branched away.
I can't remember exactly what he said, but he typed it out like a paragraph in Facebook. I was like, and I just read it through, and I was like, if somebody had said that and applied to my brother, I would not be happy. So I just said, I pretty much told him that. I went, I'm not happy with how that's phrased. I'm not comfortable with that, Josh. Just maybe don't type stuff like that to me. He goes, oh right, okay, kind of offhandedly. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm not sure he understands how upset that sounds like. I don't know if that got across, but just not cool with that.
It's another thing. See, this isn't to do with that at all, but it's like though the whole thing about. It's like that. It's like though that I just don't. None of our group really. Well, not none of our group because they're strange, but it's like when being gay just doesn't seem like a big deal because you either are or you aren't. It's like remember when Lewis came out.
And we all kind of went, hey, drinks, hugs.
That I don't remember that happening at all. He said it, and then we were just kind of.
There was a long pause, and then there was hugs and acceptance.
Well, all I remember is them just what was it Emma and that doing that squeeing thing. He said it and everything, and then me and Reese having a conversation was like, right, what the fuck do we care? Like, good for you, Lewis, but. Okay.
I remember being fairly drunk at that and just kind of... I had a word with him afterwards, like, you're serious? Because he's, as we know, he was a bit of a prankster. He fucked around with us a lot. And I went, this isn't a prank? He goes, no. And I go, good for you.
I just remember, though, because I remember, like, later, obviously that must have been after that, when he just came over to me and Reese and was like, so, you guys are out with everything? And then me and Reese were like, yeah, why wouldn't we be? And then he was like, I don't know, some people are funny. And we were like, okay.
we're not. I had a similar-ish kind of conversation when my brother came out. I thought it was pretty awesome. Of course, I'd been working at Hartington, and tension had been running high at home. And only afterwards did I get told what was going on. But I basically got told, Ben's really angry and upset about something. We're not sure what it is. And it was like, oh, okay, well, I hope he's okay. And it got to the point where they were getting really concerned, like he's going out, he's drinking a lot, and he doesn't do that very often, we're getting quite concerned. And then eventually I get a text from my mum going to go, everything's cool, we've worked it out, everything's fine. I'm like, that's quite definitive without giving me an answer. Like, okay, so everything's cool, everything's fine. Really like calm message, and like, right. Okay. It was only when I met both my mum and my dad in my local pub in Hartington where it was like, oh yeah, Ben came out. He came out. I was like, oh, fucking called it.
I don't.
I love the way he told me though. My brother told me himself, and he was just sitting there at the kitchen table, eating late because he finished work late, just like me. And he just no one comes. How's your day? Oh, it's alright. Is there any food in the fridge? No, not really. There's some cider if you want it. Oh, come on, cider. You want cider? No, I'm good. Oh, by the way, I'm gay. What? A split second where he caught me off guard. It was like, oh, cool. You know what? I think I will have that cider. Let's have a cider. We both had a cider. It was like, yeah. Bro hug.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a timer.
Yeah, we're doing something for Liara. She wants to need some information on the Shadow Broker or something.
Oh, that's right. She's not the Shadow Broker yet, is she? You make her the Shadow Broker.
In a bit of DLC. You want that one?
I'll take it.
Want that one? Don't want that one, but we want that one. Fucking a lot of money.
Mm.
We're dealing with a lot of problems here. We've not done any missions yet. I'm literally, while we've been talking, I've just been doing
That's
some side
why
stuff.
I've not even really taken in what's going on because none of it's.
It's all side stuff, which you know is just sort of handy.
Mm.
He's harmless, which I know, Krogan, so it's hard to believe. His name is Char. We're kind of.
Did you watch any of the Olympics?
I watched some of it.
We came second.
Yeah, China's pissed off.
Oh, it's fucking amazing! They spent apparently triple what we do on their sports,
Mm.
and we beat them.
Do you know what I found a bit sort of vexing in a way, just because people haven't read it? It's like when we won loads of cycling events.
Loads of cycling, loads of rowing, loads of sailing.
and everyone, and apparently for the cycling, everyone was like, Britain must be cheating. It's like, this hasn't happened overnight. We've always done one at the Olympics for cycling. And people are like, well, how? And it's like, have you met those guys? They're fucking obsessed. Do you know what I mean? It's them. It's them. They diet and they make sure everything they do improves their cycling abilities. It's not
You don't seem to understand the quality of their life is shit.
they make sure they get the calories and the vitamins they need to keep them going, and then every day they will practice so they can get better. It is an obsession. It's nice because it means Britain can brag about it, but it's not an overnight thing. This is just them being obsessive about it.
I think the whole world is
happy.
fairly suspicious of cycling at the moment since the Golden Boy Armstrong and the age of doping. Whenever anybody consistently wins, like we do, there's always that bit of shade where people are like,
I know, I get why there might be, but it's like, there's always everything gets tested at the Olympics, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Well, unless you're Russian, then you're testing. They don't care anyway. That was such a load of shit.
Yeah, that was great.
One organisation tests the whole team and goes, 75% of this team is on some form of enhanced drug.
Yeah.
They should not compete. And they recommended pretty much a full ban for the Russian team. They allowed some individual Russians to compete independently, but they wouldn't allow the team. So what does Russia do? They go to a completely separate body and goes, so, well, what do you guys think? And they passed almost all of the people that were denied. It's like, this is...
Yeah,
it just makes me think, like, there are a lot of checks being written. I think that...
The one thing I don't like, actually, though, is that I thought the Olympics was really crap this year compared to usual, though. The Olympic Committee was awful.
Did you see?
They were making so many shit decisions.
Did you see
everything.
the one in the boxing?
The Irish guy. Yeah, I mean, I get that it's up for interpretation a bit, but
I watched the whole thing when it all kicked off. I didn't see it live. Normally I wouldn't care. Boxing's not really. I find it fairly dull. But when it all kicked off, I was like, okay, that's.
Oh, sorry, I've just gone the wrong way. Carry on.
I'll see what's what. And it is one-sided. And the Irish champion lands more hits. The Irish champion is more offensive. He's got the momentum. Everything is on his side. The Russian isn't just beaten, he is bloodied. He's in the corner getting the blood swabbed off his face.
I mean,
and he still wins.
Well, if nothing else,
if
if nothing else, you can see though that it's just the other guy couldn't compete in the next round. He was that injured. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, surely then that was a definite win.
That's a default. He then goes through.
Yeah, you think if nothing else, after he says, that the coach says, oh, he can't compete, he's too injured. You think then, right, just ring him up and say, well, you've at least nothing else, you've won by default.
Yeah.
You've got.
He'd already left. He'd already flown.
Exactly.
He'd already flown home. He'd gone, fuck this.
No,
I'm leaving.
that was shit. There was a thing with the Mexicans, but then when if you look back at that was a bit like, were they really? Because the floodlights, when you look at it, come on like a good few seconds before he said they did.
Yeah, with that was quite. I saw that one live, and I thought that was quite amusing. But he wasn't wrong. He steps up, and you can clearly see they're both in the zone, and then it's like, and then they step forward. He made out that he stepped forward.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So he did lie. He did lie. But when you're there trying to get in the zone, I can understand, and I think they should have been allowed to dive again.
Well, I think if nothing else, they should have made the decision. They should have either said yes or no then, rather than saying yes and then going yeah. It's like, no, just make up your decision. If you say no,
who the fuck's in charge? The fact that they walked down to a bank of what looks like officials, and get someone going, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's just no.
And then later on, when they're up there, pushing other people out the way, which I thought was cool. The Americans were there halfway up the steps, were like, oh, okay. Back down they went. But yeah, it was just.
I'm looking for Samara.
Like I said,
It was laughable. Some of it was truly awful. And the thing is, Japan, who've got it next, Tokyo.
They're great. Did you see the passing of the torch? That was great.
Mario! He goes down through the hole.
And he comes
and
up.
The person who pops up on there is their Prime Minister. I was like, I like it, Japan. You've got to do well.
I like what
some of the pledges they've made are incredible. If they come to pass, they're incredible.
I've not seen what they've.
The athletes' village is going to have. It's going to be almost autonomous. They're going to be robots transferring food to places. Robot cleaners. They're offering autonomous buses that are going to be running from the village to the events. They're going to be running the village off solar power. It's looking like it's going to be incredible. If they pull off everything they pledge, which they won't do. They won't do, of course. If they pull off even half of it, it's going to be amazing. They are going to show the rest of the world what technology can do. I think it's going to be brilliant. And those are your claws in my back.
See, I think if anyone is going to pull off at least most of what they promised, it's going to be Japan, innit?
Oh yeah, people will work to death over there to get things done.
What other bullshit did Rio do though? They did a lot. Like the bikes, didn't they? They didn't make them properly. Remember, like the official. Because the bikes all get made, don't they? For the specs, they're all the same.
Yeah.
And the water bottles are all made so no one can put shit inside. They didn't fit in the thing, so they were like flying
That's
out,
right, yeah,
rattling around and throwing people off when they're going high speeds. And oh, did you watch the BMXing?
No.
Loads of people got injured. The British guy got a concussion.
Wow. From his own fuck up or
Well, somebody fell and then like 5 bikes collapsed, rode over not him, but the bike. And
Oh.
Well, the thing is, that they went cheap, so they didn't make they didn't even make the course out of compacted dirt. It's concrete. Like, fucking, how cheap can you fucking get, Rio? Jesus fucking Christ.
Ugh. I remember watching the clay pigeon shooting.
I didn't watch that, but I remember you were saying like it's like the fence and it's just like a road.
Yeah, it was literally. It was like there was so much like shit, and it was clearly like the clay pigeons and the shot just littering this field. And the field's probably about 100 feet, and then there's a green mesh fence which you can see through, and there are buildings, and there are people, and there are cars. And I'm like, that looks shite. At least hang a sheet so we can't see. Make it white and put your logo on it. That's all you needed to do. And then, maybe after each event, get something to go and hoover all the shit off that field. But no, they clearly didn't. They were shooting on that thing the entire Olympics. It was covered in crap, and you could see a pretty shitty suburb in the background. It was like, that's a simple mistake.
The Americans had a lot of fuck-ups, which I thought was fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
There was the female football team, and she bitched about the Netherlands winning.
I'm looking for an Asari warrior.
And she said they were so cowardly because they played defensively